Welcome everybody to Hyzer Productions of the Smokin Aces Tour Championship. This is normally the year-end event, but with COVID again, as we've stated before, they got one more event after this one. It's still a tour championship put on here by the Smokin Aces Disc Golf Store. My name is Stephen Waits, and I'm joined by Aaron Altstadt. What's up, Aaron?
What's up, guys?
So we're at Numeli Lakes here, and you're going to see definitely more water hazards than Endicott. This is a much different course. It's still got some tight wooded shots, but the players are going to have the opportunity to stretch out. Reviewing those round one top 5 standings, Zackeriath Johnson, Brabant, Drew Cantrell, and Chris Gore will be joining us for this featured or lead card coverage. And then Phil McGuire, Roger Reyes, and Jason Hebenheimer will be on the chase card, all at 2 under par. We want to give a big thanks to our coverage sponsors. We have Gateway Disc Sports and the St. Charles Disc Golf Club. St. Charles Disc Golf Club putting in work on getting this course ready, the Numeli Lakes course. And without these two sponsors making this happen, then it's just an honor to be there, be able to cover this tour championship, and being invited out there by Smokin Aces for it. So we really appreciate their help and assistance. This is going to be a fun round right here for these guys. Get to see some big throws.
Cool pin locations, it looks like.
Yeah. So it's 641 downhill to the far pin location. Tucked away in these trees on the left-hand side. You got OB long and right. It's a good starting hole, really. Like you got the elevation change, but you got a chance to stretch it out. There is that's not a tight gap, but there's a gap worth looking at off the trees with these trees. Something wide's going to get caught up, something a little left's going to get caught up.
Looks like we got a slight right to left wind.
Zach's our leader at 9 under par, so he'll be starting us off here. It was a great morning for disc golf. And he caught that second tree down the right side there, and it just kind of knocked him down. Drew's 5 under here, and he's looking at making some moves. He's got 4 strokes to gain on Zackeriath.
Especially capitalize on that mistake, hitting the tree, and
he turns it over too, yeah. So not really taking a big advantage of it.
It's so strange. I felt like when Zackeriath tested the wind, it was a right to left, but it looks like these discs are pushing right.
So we got Brabant throwing now. Jared was 5 under after round 1, tied with Drew, so he too is looking at making up some strokes as he just doesn't get down there either. So we got the first 3 players on the hole, leaving it shorter than what they would have liked. And now Chris Gore. Chris is 1 stroke back of Drew and 5 strokes back of Zach.
He's sending the roller. Getting down the hill.
Still about as far as Zach was able to make it.
Jason's got a tough look around the trees here. Letting that disc work. Still pretty short. What do you think about rangefinders on the course?
I'm happy for them. I used my golf rangefinder when I first started playing, and with the more courses going to these longer spots like this, I'm perfectly okay with it. With more courses going on golf courses, I guess I'm fine with it.
Don't really have an opinion. I feel like you should be able to know your distance, but at the same time, if everybody can use it, it's not really an advantage.
Chris now. Oh, and he got that one wide. That's where you want to be. That's looking great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Right underneath the pin. Heck of an upshot.
Did we hear pin on that? I couldn't quite tell.
So Drew's got There's like a standstill throw here.
And he's got that branch in his way, it looks like.
I wouldn't think it would be in the way. You know, he's trying to throw maybe an ante out around it. Just something that's going to flex around back to the pin, but...
Oh my gosh.
Fortune teller over here. Definitely in the way. That hurts.
Sounds like I've seen that before, but I didn't.
Well, there's nothing in the way here. He needs to stick this close.
One thing I would have done if I had that branch in my way, I would have changed my stance up. I would have put my left foot behind the disc instead of my right.
A little patent pending.
Yep. I mean, he went patent pending the other way and kind of put that
More of an issue.
Yeah, put that branch right in the middle of his way. There we go. Parks that one.
Yeah, Jared's upshot there for his third shot. So this is what Drew's got left to save par.
Great putt.
Excellent. It's a good recovery putt, especially on the starting hole after that.
That unfortunate kick off a branch.
Yeah. Zach, all he had was just a pitch out, and Chris here for birdie.
That's a good stroke to get back.
Great three and making up ground. So that'll tie him up with Jared and Drew. Jared's cleaning up his par.
Hole 2 is a par 3, 377-foot hole going down through the woods. We'll end up going right and then a little further right, tucked up in the woods right here.
Yeah, dogleg right. And then it comes back up in the further into the woods here, so just a forehand be really the only disc that can get you that far to the right.
Ooh, catches an early tree.
Early tree on the right side, so it's going to really pinch him off. Oh, man. Zach's going to go over the top?
Whoa, let's go.
Oh, wow. He got down. There it is. So he got down there, but he didn't get all the way through.
I mean, he's got a
Circle's edge, maybe? Yeah.
Just taking his chances with the trees next to the basket. Not a bad play. Drew here, keeping it low. Oh, catches an early tree as well.
Drew and Jared here are both members of the Mizzou disc golf team. They were second in the nation this past year until COVID had canceled nationals, which would be in Rock Hill.
That's what you wanted right there.
South
On the
Carolina.
flex left.
Yeah.
Ah, he catches another tree.
So,
No
yeah,
love.
these guys will be looking at competing in nationals for Mizzou and Rock Hill next April. Ooh.
Ouch. It was a really tough look there for Drew.
Was he trying to go around or through it? But goodness.
He didn't have much, but whatever he was doing. Nice and easy upshot. Just limit the damage.
He's down in the corner and still doesn't have a look at the pin because of how it cuts back up. Tough par 3.
Man's right next to Drew's disc. Chris here is stuck in the woods pretty deep.
One of those,
Poking hopes.
yeah, just a soft high hyzer to try to get through.
Looks like he had a gap there.
Yeah, I definitely did. Was able to get out. Have that left for a 4.
Oh, yeah, look at that putt.
And this is for a 2 after going over the top of everything.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Instead of being away from the basket, gets a skip away. Got a tough comeback here, but we've seen him hit these before. Money.
Good putt. A little high in the chains, but it slid just into the basket just fine.
He'd certainly like to have that birdie putt back.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get it as flat as he wanted. It was way early of the basket. That'd be a bogey for Chris. And pars for Jared, and then another bogey for Drew. All right, hole 3, par 4, 621. Players are looking at laying up short of the lake, and then you'll go for your shot into the basket from there. Really, like, to carry the water to the basket on this side of the green is pushing 500 feet. The short pin location might be something that the bigger arms would look at, but there's not enough green over there, and it's so far right that it's just not worth the risk.
Zackeriath going with forehand.
Right where you want to be.
Yep. I feel like that's a little shorter than I'd want to be, but hey, perfect for him.
Sloping away like that does help out. You know, it's going to allow you to get that 300-foot throw on about a 270, 280-foot disc, you know. Something that's going to settle smooth, not have a lot of ground play.
No, they're made by Latitude.
The tactics is this one?
Nice and easy shots.
I guess the only thing you could go wrong from this tee shot here, besides, of course, going long into the water, would be too far left. It brings in some trees that are on that left edge of the green. And then, yeah, way too far right, but these players aren't looking at that.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Exactly right. Right to the pin.
Whoa.
Short.
Looked like it had the distance from the hand, but it just ends up pretty short.
Yeah,
It's got a
anything.
nice birdie look though.
Yeah, anything short of this basket, you're definitely running that birdie putt or any putt.
Zackeriath going with an overstable forehand shot here. Ooh, gets it up a little bit too high, but now he has to fight around that brush.
Yeah, getting it up high like that came out early. Definitely, you want to watch that nose angle on your release.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Great shot by Chris. Got it up on that second tier there. Be about level with the basket for that putt. Look how calm it is compared to yesterday. That water's not even moving.
Nice and serene. Wow, it looked like it had the distance from his hand and it ends up short as well.
Yeah, all of our players were, I would think, short of what they could have been. I feel like, especially the last two throwers could have probably picked up on that and put something a little further out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of green on the left side. If anybody has the forehand, that could have got that distance.
Especially laying up short, like everybody had to do. Something you want to do is push that basket on your second shot.
I mean, it's going to catch. The grass is going to catch you.
Zackeriath getting that Hyzer putt, just it doesn't hold the
Leaves
line.
it left again. Now it's 2.
But it also didn't have the height.
Yeah. Putting uphill. Straddling out. Jared resetting right here.
Okay, baby.
Good putt
Great
by
putt.
Jared. Chris here looking at making up another stroke on Drew.
Yeah,
Great
Great
putt.
putt.
So he's going. Well, he had a bogey on too, so that's just to get back to 1 under for the round.
Drew
That's
finishing it off.
par by these two players. Tell you, it was a great course. A nice day for it.
Hole 4, par 3, 324 feet through the woods. Got some tight gaps here.
It's gonna right to left from that corner. Heavily guarded pin location with the trees all the way down that left side.
It's gonna be tough to get to with your backhand Hyzer shots. Jared really pinched that off to the inside.
This is a hole where I started throwing like an understable fairway, just soft, and letting it kind of just stand up and glide.
As a forehand or backhand?
Backhand, yeah. Throw it on a soft hyzer towards that right edge of the fairway and let it stand up and glide around. You know, it's understable, so it's going to stand up, but it's not going to turn over if you don't throw it hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't have these roller throws that these guys are doing. This could be the shot that Drew's looking at too.
Oh yeah, ride's flat.
Yep. Just takes that corner.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Exactly what you'd be wanting to look for there.
I'm gonna say it, but I've gotten the pole literally past.
Jared's got some work cut out for him here, hitting an early tree.
That shot that Drew threw, that's just
Yeah, dude.
perfect for, like, you know,
It's mine.
letting a disc do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what your bag has, what disc you got, and how you can throw them differently sometimes to get those different angles.
Like Zackeriath said, he's got a putt.
Yeah. So Jared got up there, and now Chris looking to do the same.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
Overstable, and
Ooh.
he drops it underneath the basket.
Oh wow.
Flashing chains there.
Great putt.
Great par putt by Jared. And Drew here for 2.
Looks like he's got a little bit of obstruction in front of him, but hey, he hits the putt.
Great birdie. This hole played .45 over par, and Drew's was the only birdie for MPO on hole 4.
Yeah, his shot was excellent.
Well done. Hole 5, coming out of the woods here onto the opening towards these old golf tee boxes. It's 476. It slopes away from the players here. You got the one guardian tree, and then you got these 2 slopes from the tee boxes that can cause some funky rollaways or skips. Really just throw a soft hyzer, something that flows out straight. You don't want it to turn over into the woods.
Drew doesn't like it coming out of his hands, but
I mean, that's the right line. He just threw it too straight, really. It didn't come out of that. It didn't hyzer out. Finish left at all. For a par 4, these players definitely want to get a 3 on this hole, as open as it is.
Jared sends his up high. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like it flattened out.
No, he caught some limbs early, and so it kept it on that left side. It didn't get a full flight out of it.
But he's not in the woods.
Ooh,
Whoa. Grip lock.
yeah, that's a tough spot. Way early in the woods there. That's going to be a lot to work with.
Yeah, that was a Richard shot. Definitely wants that one back. Zackeriath hoping to capitalize on the mistakes he's seen prior. Is that his trusty metal flake destroyer here? Nope.
Nope. Oh, he had that one a little wide too, but he's got enough hyzer on it.
Oh yeah, barely misses that tree line, skips, rolls.
Oh, right around pin high almost. So Chris is in there somewhere. There he is. Man, he's way early too. He's just looking at getting out.
And he does.
Great out. Right around the edge of the circles. Had to throw something on a huge Annie. And even hitting the limbs that got down there, so that's good. Tough forehand approach here by Jared. Everything's running away from him.
He's also got that mound in front of the basket to get over, so he kind of sends it up a little bit too high, but it's pretty much parked.
Yeah.
Drew doesn't have a lot to get out here. Nice and easy upshot. Oh my gosh.
Off the one guardian tree.
The one tree you want to miss.
So this is Chris' birdie look after being in the woods on the drive.
Money.
What a shot. Scramble 3. I mean, it might be a soft 4, but still, like, that's a heck of a scramble shot for Chris to be out of the woods and in the basket like that.
Hitting that basically circle 2 putt. Zackeriath's got circle's edge, look it looks like. Oh,
Ooh, that would have been for Eagle.
that'd have been nice on the scorecard. Great
Good.
putt by Drew.
Birdie putt. This is what Jason's got left for bird. Or Jared, excuse me. I'm thinking Jason, because Jason did eagle this hole on the chase card. Jason Hebenheimer with the 2.
Moving on to hole 6, par 4, 618 feet. We're going up and down through a valley, continuing on up the hill, and back down the hill.
Yeah, it follows the old golf fairway, and then you cut hard right through the tree line to the long pin location that sits on the edge of that hill.
Anything long, and it is tough to come back from.
Crush something off the drive here. Give yourself a position for one of the gaps to get through the trees. That would have been great for the short pin there.
I feel like he's got a lot of work being pinched off on the inside route.
Yeah, I haven't played this hole yet, but from filming it and walking the course, like being near those rocks isn't ideal for the long pin because you want to be able to hit a gap that's just past them.
Yeah, it looks like you want to have a nice forehand flick shot up, keep it low
Yeah,
over that next hill.
even where Jared was at might be a little too short.
Mm-hmm. Looks like all of our players' discs are really...
They're just funneling down that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So Zackeriath here needs to get something pumped out there and a little further left and deeper than what those last 3 shots were to give himself a good look. Or you can go over everything.
Oh, we're going with the
Roller.
roller. How about under?
Yeah,
And
and that's what he does. Yeah, so he got
Might have a nice backhand route there around the trees.
All the way to the far side of the wood line, so definitely.
Keeps it low, kind of slips. Ends up on top of the hill. Hell of a par look.
It's a tough par look. Oh, with
Yes, it is.
well, tough birdie look. Lay it up for par. Same there. So you can see where these players, if they were another 20 feet up and left, they would have been able to have these clear gaps here that they're trying to hit on a Hyzer forehand.
Drew's got a pretty decent gap here. And nice soft forehand.
On the back edge.
Ooh.
I believe it's stuck.
Away.
Yeah. There's the gap that you wanted to see off your second shot.
Mm-hmm. Still, he ends up a little short. That's a death putt.
So this is the second shot by Zach on hole 6 here.
That's a tough lie, having a forehand from there. You really want to be under the basket from where he was at, but he'll have a death putt for birdie. Chris getting that rolled.
Ooh, rolled over the hill but sat down.
Thankfully, that grass is pretty thick.
You running this one? He's putting it upside down.
No, I'm not running this. But he is.
The
Just gonna
upside
send
down
it up
putter.
high and just let it drop. Oh,
Oof.
man. You know, if he had that the other way, he might have hit it. More importantly, it didn't go down the hill.
That's all he's trying to protect.
Well,
Put some steam on it.
yeah, he put it right side up and ended up in the same place Zackeriath did.
Okay, so Chris didn't go too far, and I guess Drew is shorter than that then.
Whoa.
Up into it.
He knew he sent that up a little high. I love this course. It's beautiful, quiet.
So pars by Drew and Chris, and then Zackeriath got a birdie on his tap in, and Jared's in to do the same here. So 2 birds, 2 pars. Hole 7's 594, and this is a doozy right here. It's a par 4. You want to land about where the second tee was at, and then try to hit this long tunnel shot. There's 2 lanes, depending on if you're pinched off or if you pushed it a little wide. Heavily guarded pin location. Tough hole. It played 2-7 over par, so a quarter stroke over par. And I'm guessing that's just because there wasn't a lot of birdies, if any, on this hole. We'll see what these guys can do.
Drew, ouch, catches a very early tree and kicks way off the fairway.
Yeah, I didn't even get halfway down to where he wanted to be. Yeah, that
Is this
short tee is where you want to land for sure.
Is this hole sponsored by Tapered? Because this hole is tapered. Super tight. Look at this. Great shot. Just floats.
I see what we're doing here.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a good drive by Chris, but he's inside.
Oh, no.
Oof.
Another awful kick off a tree. Jared hits the gap, going for our cameraman. Kicks off a tree and comes back into the fairway.
Hits the fairway. Looks like he's just trying to get to that first landing zone.
Ouch. Catches a late tree and
He's behind the tee pad, so he's going to be in some thick stuff over there. Drew's not much more of a different look. Just trying to pitch it out.
and he does.
Yeah.
Gets it out around the corner. Zach's more comfortable with a forehand here.
Good pull from back there. Just at this point, you just want to push it as far down the fairway as you can, and then deal with what you got once you get up there. Now Jared he might have a lane that he's trying to hit here because he got a little open. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
trying to follow that fairway.
Oh,
Ooh, tapered right into that tree.
I feel like these trees are on roids.
They'll reach out and grab you.
Yep.
Abracadabra.
We're talking about drug testing. Drug test all these trees in through here.
Oh, man.
Man. Chris ends up pretty far off the fairway. Drew kind of looking for the same gap that Jared hit earlier. Flexes it beautifully. Ah, another tree.
You said something like I'm trying to hold my breath because I do not want to nice these guys. This hole is so tight, and like that was such a clean drive, and then that's like what I was saying earlier. You threw it on the line you wanted. 40 feet out of your hand, you can't control anything. You can't let that mess with you.
The odds of hitting some of these gaps, I mean, you got 5-foot gap here, a 10-foot gap there. The odds of hitting these gaps, mathematically speaking, are slim to none. You just gotta hope you put the disc on the line and it goes where it needs to go. We got Chris for his up shot. Oh my gosh.
Just another tree hit. What are these trees?
What are these trees? I mean, it makes me feel a lot better watching these guys just pound all these trees, or vice versa, the trees pounding all their discs. Zackeriath there, just limiting the damage, keeping it low, skips up to the basket. So Steven, you got a great shot going perfectly up to the basket, and then you hit a tree. What's your mindset? What do you do to come back from it?
Honestly, like I don't care. I laugh at it really, because like I was saying, once it's out of your hand, if you hit that initial line that you wanted, you can't control anything after that. I just laugh at it and move on.
Mm-hmm.
I do get the sense, like as the day goes on, if you start seeing it more, you can't help but think like it's just not my day. But on a hole like this, everybody's hitting it. Sitting here looking at the stats for this hole, not a single birdie was hit, and we could almost like count on one hand how many pars there were. So you can't get frustrated here. Just try to get the best score possible and then forget about it, because you don't have to do it again.
Yep, limit the damage.
And that's a bogey putt.
He catches that edge of the basket and it drops right in.
Yeah, so everybody here is looking at bogeys now at this point. I mean, you get a par in this hole, you're going to be feeling good regardless of what everybody else is doing. You just want to avoid that big number. You want to avoid that +3.
Mm-hmm.
That snowman.
Yep.
Again, bogeys by Chris and Jared, and
moving on. Hole 8, par 3, 327 feet. Going through this tight gap, to that tight gap, and this not so tight gap. Down through the tree, we got a leaner.
turns left to right.
This hole looks tough.
Downhill, sloping away from the players once you get it halfway down.
Looks like we have a fast green as well.
Shout out to all the local hole sponsors. All right, Drew looks like he's got a mid-range in his hand.
Sends it up high.
Fought back.
Looks like he's on the edge of the fairway.
And now we're looking at the forehand here by Chris. About the same spot, right edge of the fairway. 3 different players, 3 different holes.
Oh. Carries the forward momentum, but kicks off to the left. He won't hit that branch again. It came down.
What are you throwing here? As we watched an overhand, a forehand, and a backhand turnover.
You're gonna watch me close my eyes and throw it. Probably a flex EMAC Truth backhand. Maybe a Pioneer or a Stag. This is just a tough hole. You're probably gonna. I am probably gonna wind up hitting any one of these trees.
Or more than any one of them.
Yeah. Get that patented quadruple kick off every tree possible.
Miss it. Let's go straight. Go straight.
No trees.
Go spot.
Great.
Great shot.
It's a putt.
It is a putt. It's a death putt. Zackeriath here is deep in the thicket.
Another clean look. There you
Keeps
go.
it low, skips up to the basket.
Yeah.
He's also got a look. It's your nice, easy forehand. Just flick that up underneath the basket.
Chris, probably the cleanest look at the pin.
Oh yeah.
Great up shot. This is for par. Bang.
Great putt. It's a good save. That's a great save. Jared hits the top of the band. You're hoping to cash in on a par. Oh my gosh, airs it.
Just you hate to see that. Like you inside circle.
Just almost like a mental lapse there.
Yeah. I feel like, anytime miss a putt right side, you didn't even give it a chance. Something that goes in front of the basket, then you just didn't, you didn't throw it flat enough. But
what's even worse is that those are even killer on your confidence.
And they're bogey putts.
Yep.
Chris and Zach will have the only pars on the card for hole 8. All right, hole 9, 321. Another tight hole as all these wooded ones have been. This one's going to settle up to the right edge of the fairway this time. Really just a forehand approach into the hillside, or you got some trees back there you might be able to hit and slow down for her. Throw maybe a soft flip up shot over that tee pad on that right edge gap there. Chris hooks it again. That's 2 or 3 times now we've seen him get something caught and pulled it, yanked it right.
He definitely wants that one back. Zackeriath here hoping to flex it. Oh, slips.
Get in the hole.
Oh, no way.
Oh.
He catches a tree there, but
Looked like he hit 2 trees. The first one just barely pushed it left of the line. Even slipping off the tee pad, he still threw a great forehand shot.
oh no. He catches a small branch, it kicks it further left, and he comes back, and he kind of looks like he's got a birdie putt there.
Yeah, so what he's showing us there is Drew actually cut himself a couple holes ago, and on that forehand throw, it split his finger open.
Oh.
And so he's going to have to deal with that for the final 9 holes. And I believe it's right where he hooks the rim on a
Now
forehand.
you're really playing, Drew. You ready for some birdies, baby? You're bleeding.
But I felt it right too. I knew it was coming today. Yeah. You said something about it.
Chris here's got a scramble. Got some little saplings in his backswing. Ouch.
So this is for par. Oh man, you hate to see that. You know, you don't want to go up to your bogey putt knowing that you're going to have to really work to get it. Great roll away.
Jason ended up behind the tree and rolls out.
That's probably the difference of a outside circle putt to inside circle putt, at least with the look, with that tree in the way.
Ooh, Zackeriath kicks out the tree.
Same tree, short. But yeah, still got the kick out. So Drew, after opening up that cut on his fingers, still got down the fairway quite a ways.
Ooh, almost bangs it.
That was a good bid. Chris Gore here for his bogey.
I really had to work for that.
That tree's been hit 3 times.
Jared hits his putt for 3.
Great par putt. Double bogey. Finish out the front 9 for Chris. Par putt for Zackeriath. And then Drew will come up to his par. And there we go, 9 holes down. So we got the CTP here. Alan Hooper with the CTP 50-50 for the MPO group. Smokin Aces Disc Golf Tour Championship. So at the front 9, we have Zackeriath at 9 under, Jared at 4 under, Drew at 5 under, and Chris at 3 under. Thanks for joining us for the front 9 at New Melody Lakes. This is Hyzer Productions coverage of the Smokin Aces Tour Championship. Catch us for round 2 back 9 coverage. Aaron, anything to say after all those wooded holes?
Thanks for joining us, guys.